Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of God Concept. Um, yeah, this is different. Trying to record an episode of the podcast. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. This is God Concept, and what I've been noticing is that now, ever since, let me shameless plug. My podcast is now available um, on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and everywhere, right? Because I'm trying to get the word out. What's going on with me around Philadelphia? How they won't let me. They just won't let me live my life the way that I'm, accustomed to living my life. They set you up in many different ways, and they've been uh, exploiting me, conspiring against me. It's been my community, uh, the government in Philadelphia, um, my family, friends, everything. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my message out there on my podcast as well as promoting my entrepreneurship. I have books, Nature's Features, on Amazon Kindle right now on sale for 50% off for only a few more days. I have my book Morals and Values also on Amazon Kindle for sale on sale 41% off $3 right now. So if you want to go out, you don't even got to go out. Just download it on your phone. It's right there and support that. Um, Besides that, in a nutshell, it's just me still doing my thing. And in spite of whoever's trying to hold me back, whatever system is trying to hold me back, in spite of all of that, I'm still getting my point across and I'm still getting out there with my music, my books, and this podcast. And it's not going to stop. They could throw whatever at me, and I won't stop. They even been trying to throw the legal system at me, um, have me trumped up on charges and things like that. I never been a person to get in any type of legal trouble, and you know, ever since certain people came into my life, ever since situations happened, ever since people passed on to the next level of life, it seems like I've been getting attacked from every which way, every way I could see, with nobody, friends, family, community, not even people out there on the internets and everything, reaching out to help me at all. Um, you know, we got to really start being there for each other. We got to understand that everything that we're doing, every day that we live, you know, we get used and manipulated by so many others out there, by so many other people, by so many organizations, by so many whatever. We got to really start looking out and helping one another. I see what's going on. Earlier, I did a 40-minute podcast earlier today, and it seemed like it wasn't even recorded. I still posted it, added in the description, like 40-minute podcast with great content, straight to the point, direct and everything. And it's like it couldn't even get uploaded. You know what I mean? They wouldn't let that podcast get uploaded for whatever reason. You know, I believe it still got uploaded, but what I think happened was I believe that they just cut out my audio or whatever. You know what I mean? Then after that, just a test run, I tested a podcast, tried to put it out there. It didn't work. It didn't work. They didn't let my content go. You know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't do a whole 40-minute podcast. That one was 10 minutes. I was cutting and breaking it down into segments. I figured it was probably something I did on my part, trying to give myself the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? So it still didn't work. Nothing happened. So I realized that is more at play than just me making personal errors and things like that. It, you know what I mean? When you're going when something's going up against you, because I'm not going up against no system or anything like that. I just noticed a system that's going up against me, and it's going up against many of you out there. You know what I mean? No matter what your walk of life is, no matter if you if you got a lot of money or a little bit of money, they're still out to get that. They're still out to let you know that you can be used, manipulated at any time. That you're basically an indentured servant for the system here at play. You know what I mean? And it's a sad fucking thing. You know what I mean? All my life, I've been watching movies about things like this. All my life, I've been, you know, a conspiracy theorist. Just to one day finally have my life thrown into a conspiracy theory situation. Um, it's a horrible thing, and I'm gonna tell you, from what I realize, a lot of our lives are handled. A lot of our lives are really planned out, and a lot of our lives are not planned out for the best. You know, they will try to make you out to be a villain if they deem you to be a threat to whatever they trying to protect, whatever system that they want to thrive. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of Agent Smiths out here. And if you remember the movie The Matrix, anybody could be Agent Smith. Anybody at any time could just turn into an Agent Smith. That means that the system works on us through the ones that we love at times. The system works on us. They'll make someone that you love turn against you. Friends, family, community, all of that. They'll make them turn against you for whatever reason. I do not know why it works like this. I thought it was honestly, I thought I was going through some type of initiation. You know what I mean? With all the shit that's going on, I thought I was going through some type of initiation, but if it is an initiation, it's one that I don't welcome. You know what I mean? I'm not welcome to being subject to just dumb shit happening all the time, to just nonsense. I'm not welcome to things happening in my life that affects my family's life. And I realized that my mother went through similar things when she was coming up. And I was a little boy and I had to witness that and experience that. My grandmother went through things in her life. I wasn't a little boy at that time, but my uncles and mother were, and they had to witness and experience that. And now my kids are witnessing, experiencing the things that I'm going through right now as an adult, trying to make their way, trying to figure all this shit out. And to be honest with you, I don't want them to ever go through this. And if they do have to go through this, why can't they be in the best position possible to have to face these type of things? I mean, I wasn't in the best position possible, and I believe it was made to be that way. You know what I mean? Our lives are guided and manipulated by the forces that be. And once you figure out who are the forces that be, once they rear their ugly head into your fucking life, it's like you either gonna act like you don't know and live your life like however they deem you live your life, however they see fit you live your life, or you're going to start becoming a whistleblower where you're standing up for the injustices that you see that they do to you and many other people. I'm not the only one dealing with this shit. I'm not the only one dealing with this shit at all. You know what I mean? It's plenty of people out here dealing with this type of shit. And they just choose not to speak up, or either they don't even know that they're dealing with this shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? But for me, it's evident. I've never been a bad person. I'm always helpful. I'm always friendly. I'm always cheering somebody up. But in this time in my life, you know what I mean? I don't got much help at all. Actually, I got people around trying to just get me to go back and work for a system that's like, I'm not working for Philadelphia no more. I can't. I don't see myself working inside of Philadelphia. I don't. Not after all that Philadelphia's put me through. Legal systems, through all types of shit. And the thing is, you know, they want me to go to court about situations, about stupid situations where they trumped up charges on me and all types of stuff. And it's like, Why would I go to your courtroom so you guys could have jurisdiction over me? I'm not coming to your courtrooms. I'm not playing your game. You know what I mean? I had the whole 40-minute podcast about this that got muted somehow. You know, somehow it got muted. Why would I play your fucking game when you won't even have the feds look into these people that's been fucking with my life? You know, I don't want to keep mentioning the organizations and names and things like that because I don't want to. I just want to live my life. And if I keep mentioning organizations and things like that, and different groups of people or Agent Smiths, you know what I mean, then basically, I don't know. Either way, they're going to keep fucking with me, but I don't want to shine any light on anybody, you know, but they've been working for a while to manipulate so much that goes on around you. And there's people around you that could help you out, but they don't help you out because they're quote unquote with them and they don't even know they're with them. But they are. You know what I mean? Anybody could just become one of them, you know. Anybody could start helping people go against you without even knowing that they're helping the people that's going against you at any moment in time. You know, this is my first Riverside recording. You know, I'm trying this new app out to see exactly how it would fit. Because, like I said, my podcast is now available on YouTube, iHeartRadio, um, Spotify is still there, Apple. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get the word out as best as possible and still deal with all the things that I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? In the light of it all, I'm still striving. I'm still staying strong and I'm still making music. I'm still doing books. I'm still doing my podcast and everything. And either way, you know, as long as I keep stabbing at the greatness that I know I have in me, you know what I mean? If I keep promoting the things I'm promoting and standing for my morals and values, then my morals and values will be upheld. You know what I mean? Either way. So that's what it is. That's what I'm doing, and that's what it's all about for me. You gotta stand on your business, man. Just like I gotta stand on mine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, man. The struggle is real. The struggle is definitely real, man. I've done had the same clothes on for weeks that I got put out of house that I lived in forever, and not I couldn't take anything with me out of that house but just a few things, just my laptop, some clothes, my guitar, you know, things like the essentials or whatever. But that's hard for a family to do that to somebody. You know what I mean? I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you've been through and things like that. You know, you still shouldn't have your family shun you after your grandmother's death. You know, my grandmother passed on my daughter's birthday. And I believe that was by design as well. Um, my brother killed himself. You know, he hung himself. I believe that was by design as well because he was just like me. He always tried to find a way. He always found the way to keep going. And they take that from you. They'll take your will to thrive and to move on. You know what I mean? They'll try to steal all of that from you. You know what I mean? Um, these groups and organizations stole my cars, stole property from me, stole all types of shit. You know what I mean? All to paint me out to be somebody that I'm not. You know what I mean? And that's scary to know that somebody got that much power in society, that somebody got that much pull with whatever it is that we're living in. You know what I mean? It's scary to think that. You know, for me, I seek solace in the fact that I'm in control of my life. You know, I'm in control of my destiny, and that's what I'm exercising. I'm exercising my rights as a sovereign soul, as a person living in this society that we living in this dichotomy, because it's really not a society. You know, really we're living under in a tyrannical system. You know, they always say that we have the Second Amendment to stop our government if our government is being tyrannical or anything, to overthrow the government. But really, we always been living in a totalitarian, tyrannical system. You know what I mean? And it's like they make it evident to the ones that know. You know, they'll block your music, they'll block your podcast, they'll block your books. They won't allow you to get sales, they won't allow you to get streams and things like that, because they want to force you in to being whoever they want you to be. They want to force you back in to whoever they like. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I know it's more to life than just this, right? It's more to life than just the things we go through. And the reason I started doing my podcast is not just to, you know, shed light on a situation that I'm going through. But the reason I started doing this and started posting all the information and stuff that I've been collecting on social media, is doing my own detective work and things like that, is because I know there's other people out there going through the same thing. You know, I know people that just had shit happen in their life and I couldn't explain it and they couldn't explain it to me neither. You know, and they need somebody to speak for them. You know, maybe they don't know how to get their word out there. Maybe they gave up on their hopes and dreams, and maybe they just said fuck it. You know, I can't say fuck it. I'm fighting to get me and my children and my family out of Philadelphia, because I believe, you know, it's here where we're being held. You know, not it's like a free capture. Like it's like we're free, but we're captured at the same time. It's like we're slaves, but we're given a false sense of freedom. You know, it's like you're being an indentured servant for them. Like whatever you have, you know, they just want to always have control of it. They want people to be living paycheck to paycheck. They want people to always be in a state of confusion or hurt or depression. You know what I mean? And I can't see myself constantly going through that. You know, that's why I'm striving for more, not just for me, for my children. You know what I mean? For the fact that I know there's more to life than just that, you know, to just the rat race. You know, they want to have everybody stuck in that rat race. You know what I mean? They'll use people that you thought were friends and people that you thought were family against you. You know what I mean? People that you thought had your best interests at heart, but they don't. I'm trying to position this camera right now because okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Yeah, man. It's you know, once you know something, you can't unknow it. You know what I mean? Once you've gone through a lot, it changed the way you think. It changed the way you live. It changed your health. You know, all of this changed my health. It changed a lot about me. And, you know, I'm a different person. You know, I'm a totally different person than I was. The goodness is still there. You know, luckily I still have my sense of humor intact. But being attacked in so many different ways on so many different levels is just, it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Even through my music, my own distribution service wouldn't allow me to release music, and I had to go search for distribution in other places. You know what I mean? And it's like, even with that, there's always some type of adversity that comes with it when everything could just be so fucking simple. You know what I mean? Like Lauryn Hill said. You know what I mean? It's just got to keep stabbing at it, keep trying, and hopefully somebody out there hear what I'm saying and have the balls. Like on my podcast, I got enough information about all this shit to really do a movie. Like if there's any but directors out there who's watching this who want to, you know, do a film or TV about this shit, we could do it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be a whistleblower of any kind, but I just want to live my life, and I want to live my life the best way. And living in this city, working at a job every day, all you're doing is building up somebody else's company and brand. And I'm trying to build up my own company and my own brand and everything. And it's just, Even when I was building up somebody else's brand, they came along and destroyed that. They ruined your career. They ruined your family. They ruin all of that shit. They ruin your relationships with your family, with your community, and everything. Like me, I was a person that really loved Philadelphia. Like, I still love the Eagles. You know what I mean? But they make you look like, man, fuck Philadelphia. To be honest with you, they make you feel like fuck Philadelphia and everything that it stands for. To have a person living like this, especially if you're not getting help from the very people that you always tried to help, all the people that you know what I mean, spoke up for or struggled with or any of that shit, man. It's a sad thing. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna finish this video up. I'm gonna try to get this out there on whatever platforms. I'm gonna stop speaking on my platforms because I think they try to keep my shit suppressed on certain platforms or off of certain platforms. So I'm gonna get done with this, first podcast that I'm doing here, video podcast. This feels good. It feels good. It's a little bit natural, a little bit wonky because that's not my real background that you see right here, but it's nice. Yeah, I like it. All right, well, thank you all for tuning in. This has been your first official audio video episode of God Concept Podcast. Peace.